Voice of Influencers.
What's the biggest influencer on the platform?
Wow, that's a good question. I think that's it's a DJ, which I forgot his name at the moment, but I think it's a DJ.
And what is his social media platform? Is it Instagram or what?
Instagram, yeah.
Do you know how big?
Like 1 million followers or something. Maybe 10, but
10 million?
no, I think it's 1 million. It's a Dutch guy, so it can't be 10 million.
How much would a single post cost?
That depends on the amount of followers you have. So we have all like of staffels, which is called in English. Tariffs, like 1 to 10. We have if you have a small one, so we start at 50 euros, but we go to about 5,000 euros for a post on a very big publishing website.
But is it for if you have an 100k followers?
100?
You check on the followers, right?
Yeah, 100 followers, 100k.
100k followers.
How much is this for Instagram?
Yeah, how much would a post be then?
I don't know by heart, but I think about, depends on if it's only Netherlands, I think it's about 300 euros, 500 euros.
But do you check the amount of followers, or do you also check
Engagement.
the engagement,
Yeah.
the likes, the comments?
We check it, our system checks it, but we don't yet make the price out of it. So we don't in advance say if you don't get this engagement you don't have to pay. We say this is the engagement, this is what you can expect, but and this is the price, but you have to take it like that, and then we measure it in the end, and then you have to be happy or not. But maybe we are going to change, and in websites we are already testing it, that you pay in advance and a fixed amount. So it's, let's say for amount of reads, we call that quality views, and then the advertiser says, okay, I want 1,000 quality views, the people who read the article, and then I want to pay 1,000 euros. And then if the publisher gets the 1,000 reads within in 30 days, you only pay 1,000 euros and not more. But then the influencer and the publisher has done their job, and everything what comes out of it later is just benefit for both.
And on Instagram, how do you know that an influencer has real followers?
That's something which is still in debate. We don't check that, but we are looking into adding technology to really dive deep into these followers. But at the moment, because we are so thorough in the people who we add to the platform, because you have to fill in a lot of data before you can actually be approved. This is a very big check, but we don't have a 100% guarantee yet.
Because a lot of influencers might buy followers or buy likes.
In general, they can do they can do that, but in general, actually, sometimes it's good for advertisers that publishers promote the articles they actually written. So you can actually boost your own campaign. Let's say you made a post or a blog post about an article about a brand, and you want more people to see the brand. You can use the money you got from the brand to promote your brand on Facebook or on other platforms.
I know an influencer on Instagram with a lot of followers, and she puts up a picture of herself, and then it get a lot of likes. And then if she promotes a product, then the likes go down. And what she does is she buys a lot of likes on the post, like for €10, you get a couple of thousand likes extra on the post. But it's like that's fake. That's what she's.
Yeah, that's very difficult to detect. Yeah,
there's no way to track that.
It's very difficult. Yeah. But in the end, if you want to, for example, performance, you look at what happens after this post. And that's something an advertiser always have to do in hashtags and look if that helped your brand. So in the end, it's a part of the funnel you need to fill. And if you don't see anything happen on your website as a brand, then something goes wrong. So it's always a part yet that the advertiser always also has to look there at their side if it actually works. And for blog posts, it's much easier, and then for branding.
So you think a company always makes money out of a blog post?
No, not generally, but we did a very interesting campaign for a do-it-yourself, Karwei, which is a do-it-yourself company. They had an article which was supposed to be placed before Christmas, and then they put it live, and then they had a very big spike because of the blog post. And after a year, the same articles were found on the topic, and then the spike came again. And that was just based on the fact that the article was still there, and the article was really reused or refound by people, and then they got the free traffic on this article.
Because the blog always stays there.
Most of the bloggers, they love their own content, so they leave their content there. But in general, it's a negotiation between the advertiser or the brand and the influencer or the blogger, because you have to define that it has to stay there.
And what if the influencer has to blog about a product but they don't really like it if they tested it?
Yeah, that's a part of the deal. So then the advertiser cannot take the product, but he already done the
You already
testing.
made a deal.
Yeah. So I would say then he still has to pay, but we never had this experience because you have to in advance say as an influencer that you want the product. But what happens is that they are fair. So they write a blog article and then they say, I tested it, I have this and this advantages, I have disadvantages, but it's not really for me at the moment, which is a little bit in between.
So then the company doesn't get a really positive review.
No, not really. But sometimes that's better for your brand because it's more authentic than if you only say, well, this is fantastic, especially in the Netherlands, because in the US maybe everybody thinks everything is fantastic. But in the Netherlands, everybody wants a sort of opinion which is more, let's say, weight.
But the price doesn't go down if the feedback is
because
not.
the price is negotiated in advance before the post went live. If the post really is not the way you define in advance, in the beginning, then you don't have to pay, because then the negotiation, we check it. If somebody made a post which is totally out of balance and you have 2 or 3 or 4 revisions before the post goes live. So it's not like that you get a post and then you don't have any feedback. You can actually preview them, let them change it. But of course, at some point, there's the maximum amount of changes.
I understand, but you can check it before it goes online. Okay.
Follow the Moti on Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat.